So I'm here with Jeremy Zager, Manager of Communications for the Kings, and of course Aaron Brenner from Kings Vision, Manager of Production, all things digital for the Kings. Jeremy, it's your Cup day here. How surreal is this whole experience, having the Stanley Cup at your childhood home?
It's amazing. I mean, I grew up here, played roller hockey in the street with all my friends, and to have it here was a no-brainer. It's the only place I wanted to have it, and where it all started for me. And to have this in my front yard and have all, my family and friends here is it's amazing. It's amazing.
Talk about the process of going about inviting people. I mean, you're going to get a hold of some old friends and some family, and is it a phone call? Is it an email? What do you do?
Networking.
Okay.
We send out hard copy invitations, Facebook, email. I mean, you name it, and no one said no. No one said no, and in fact, I don't know, we invited maybe 50 or 70 people, and that turned into over 100 because everyone's like, "Well, can I bring this person?" And so, yeah.
It's been a tiring summer, of course. It was such a long season for the Kings. No one's complaining, of course, but what's been the most memorable thing for you since the Kings won the Cup back in June?
It's been a whirlwind. It's been a fantastic summer for me. Obviously, this day here, June 11th, got married this summer, honeymoon in Tahiti. I mean, the last 3 months has just been incredible, and it's just a blur. I can't really pick one moment. I mean, it's been the best summer of my life.
Not only did you get married, but from what I heard, Bob Miller was the MC.
Bob Miller and Nick Nixon, they did the wedding introductions at the wedding, and it was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
What are you going to do next year for an encore?
2013 has a tough act to follow, that's for sure.
Now, what a lot of people may not know also is this is your brother-in-law over here, Aaron, Kings Vision. Again, same kind of question. How surreal is it to be here with the Stanley Cup?
You know what? It's pretty cool. This is Jeremy's day. We met at the Kings, and now we're a family. We'll be family forever, and it's a little crazy. It's been 5 years now that I've been with the Kings, 6 for him, and to win this and have this here is pretty awesome.
What's the craziest question that, a lot of us, we all have non-hockey related friends, and they ask kind of weird questions. What's the craziest thing somebody asked you this summer about the Kings or about the Stanley Cup?
Craziest question?
Craziest question is why am I friends with Aaron Brenner and related to Aaron Brenner? And that one I don't know the answer to.
I don't know the answer to that one either.
So what's next? It looks like the Kings are going to, unfortunately, the NHL is going to go on a lockout here. What does Kings Vision do during the lockout?
Kings Vision's got a ton of stuff going on. We've got unseen footage from Champagne Shower, more stuff from the parade, stuff from every guy's day with the Stanley Cup, including today. So there's a lot of stuff that people haven't seen yet, and it's awesome.
All right, get back to the party. Jay-Z, thanks for having us out today.
Mayor.
All right, Doug, so this is you're Jeremy's father-in-law. You came in from Florida just for the Stanley Cup party, huh?
Just for the Stanley Cup party. My wife and I flew in Wednesday night. We've been here for a few days, and we're here at the party.
Of course, the Kings won the Cup back in June, but when did you find out, or when you first found out you were coming to a party, what did you think about, hanging out with the Stanley Cup?
Well, it's a trip of a lifetime, obviously. I think there's a lot of people who love to be in my shoes, and I'm just thrilled to be here and sharing for Jeremy. I mean, this is an absolute thrill for Jeremy and Aaron to have the Cup here, and I'm just to be a part of it.
Now, you're born and raised in Florida, from what I understand. So, Florida and hockey, that's kind of a new thing.
It really is. Until they had the Panthers, I mean, I never saw a hockey game until I was quite a bit older. It wasn't a sport I grew up with as a kid, so it's something I've had to learn later in life. But watching the Kings win the Cup this year, it was a fantastic experience. My wife and I watched every game we could get on TV.
Now, much like Jeremy's father, Ken, you're decked out in the Kings shirt, the Kings hat. So you're a diehard Kings fan now? Is that the story?
Absolutely. From Florida, and there's other Kings fans down there. I found out that from work and stuff that met some guys that come into my job, and that found out they were diehard King fans.
Well, so the NHL
I wear the King shirts to work.
NHL will just be happy to hear there's hockey fans in Florida.
This is true.
What about favorite player? Have you developed a favorite player yet on the Kings team?
Well, certainly Kopitar is a memorable player, and there was just such great. All of them did such a fantastic job. My wife would probably be better suited for answering specific players, but it was fun. But Kopitar, I don't know. Maybe it was his name or whatever, but the team just played well as a team, I thought. I think that's one of the things that we talked about at work, where I do have some hockey friends there, that how well they played together, I think was the thing that we just enjoyed so much. It was incredible.
All right, Doug, go enjoy the party.
Thanks, man.
Thanks. All right, so we're here in Santa Clarita with Ken Zager, Jeremy's dad. What's it like having the Stanley Cup come to your house?
This is really quite amazing. Other than the fact that this is historic, and for most people it'll be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see the Cup. But for me, it goes a step further in that I've got an opportunity to have family, friends, and a bunch of people I don't know, but they're all here, they're all laughing, we're all having a good time, and we're all celebrating really a unique and a joyous occasion. And it's just one of those days where you don't have to. You can put the lunacy of politics and the weight of the world behind you for a day and have a really good time, and just enjoy family, friends, and celebrate the fact that we got the Cup here in Santa Clarita.
Now, from what I understand, when Jeremy was a kid, you took him to a game at the Forum, Kings versus Devils. Is that right?
That was actually our first game, my first game, because we went there, and then of course, the crowd was just so crazy, and I was never used to that. I had no idea that they would react that way when the other team scores or they didn't like the other team. But the joke about our first game is that I asked so many questions about hockey. Jeremy said, "I'm never taking you to another game again," because I needed every issue explained to me, and I actually still do, but I needed so much explained to me that he says, "Dad, I'm the hockey fan in the family. Don't worry about it." So.
Did you make it to many more games after that, or
actually,
did he?
A few. Yes,
okay.
There were a few extra games, but I keep my mouth shut, and I just know when it goes in the net, for us it's a good thing. When it goes in the net, for them it's a bad thing. So I have become a fan, and of course after this past season with the Kings, we all became fans, and it was an exciting thing, and we were screaming at the top of our lungs when the things went our way through the playoffs and through the finals. And so we all did become fans, but it was a growing process for me.
Is this a little surreal, though, considering that's the driveway over there, or the street where Jeremy used to play hockey when he was a kid, too?
It's where it all started.
What about when he was in high school? Little fights, from what I heard? He had a couple hockey scraps?
His biggest pleasure was to come up injured. He wanted to have an injury on the nose and have it visible, so that way he can say, "I got this playing hockey." And so yeah, he kind of relished the opportunity to get a little bit bruised up by playing hockey. But it started here in the street with roller hockey, and it continued on competitively with different leagues that he joined later on. And super.
Last question then.
Yeah.
Since you've been going to more games over the last season or two, you have a favorite player on the team yet?
I would say if my favorite player has got to be Jonathan Quick, because that's just insane what that man's able to do. And that puck coming in this fast, and he's able to actually see it. I can't even see it on TV, and he can see it right there. So yeah, I would say I have a lot of respect for him.
Do you have any sticks? Let's go get a game going in the street over there.
You got the wrong person. Those days that ship has sailed a long time ago.
All right, Ken, go enjoy the party.
Thank you very much.